Hello and welcome back to Japan. We are on a journey, and there are three reasons we're on the journey. Reason number one, I haven't gone on a Silk Road journey before. I want to know how it works, because if we want to do it in the future, well, knowing how it works is a very good start. Also, talking about how it works, if we go and have a look at our culture here, and have a look in here, I was told that Waterworks was down the bottom here, and it's not. Although other things that are unavailable are, like say, Woot Steel, right? And it says that you have to be in Deakin, India, and so on and so forth. If we go and have a look at, say, Han culture, however, you will see down at the bottom of their one here, they have Waterworks, which may only be acquired as potential cultural fascination via Chinese heritage, Sinophilic tradition, or the Silk Road. I'm not entirely sure why this is only shown here and isn't shown here. Like, that's a little bit of an odd decision, just talking about Silk Road decisions, because I would think having it shown here and then having it grayed out like these ones are would be much better, because it would be like, hey, this is the tech, it's unavailable unless you, say, go on a Silk Road mission and get the tech. That, I think, would be quite useful. However, that's not how they decided to do it, so I guess we'll just do it this way. I said there were three reasons we're going here. First is, I haven't done it before. Second is, our character said, I would very much like to go and see the step, gave us a reason to travel in the first place. And the third reason is, effectively what we're going to do, and it was pointed out this would be optimal, but what we're going to do is basically just sit still and build buildings for like a while, like a fairly long while. But sitting still and building buildings is not the most engaging gameplay the world has ever seen. So going on a trip gives us something to do while we pass the time. We can have events, we can get all sorts of things, and we can pass the time and let our money go up. Talking of money, how much do we need? Let's say I want to upgrade Pilgrim's Quarters next. 75. Okay. Well, in another 45 gold, we will do that, but until then, let's unpause. And we're off. Okay. Ooh. Also, you know, traveling does have its benefits. It does get you, like, traits and things, which, or, not traits, what were these called? Lifestyle perks? Perks? That what they call these ones? Yes, perks. So, you know, it gives us something. Yes, I'm not going to eat the lowly food, because the lowly food gives you a chance of ill, and I don't want ill. So we'll do that. Right, and we get one diplomacy perk. A singular point in diplomacy. I'm going to take Heart of the Family. The reason I'm going to take this is not because I care about close family opinion or powerful family rating. Neither of them are important to me in the slightest. It's because Groom to Rule, the one that comes afterwards, is a really good second number of points, or a second perk to get. Because it gives you a reasonably large number of skill points for all of your children, which seems pretty good. Another option would be potentially going for Thoughtful. Thoughtful is probably the best single point you can put into diplomacy, because it allows you to gain an absurd amount of opinion from sending a gift. Like if I send a gift to, let's pick someone well, let's pick maybe somebody who doesn't already like us. Let's pick this guy, right? Let's say I want to send him a gift. Do I have enough to send him a gift? I'm not going to have enough, am I? Okay, let's say I sent this courtier a gift. I don't have enough. Anyway, like you get like maybe 50 from a gift. Getting 100 is absurdly good. It means that pretty much everyone will like you to a level where you can do whatever you wanted to do via sending that gift. So it's very, very good. If I had more money, I would properly show it. I might show it in a second actually, because we only need to have 68. So yeah, when we get there, then we'll be able to show it. Language barrier. Seems our caravan has become a little lost in these foreign lands. Tokimune has been trailing us around Jinan for hours, and though he at last swallowed his pride and asked for directions, he does not appear to be an expert Koreanic speaker. Okay, we'll try. We were successful. Wonderful. Grotesque creatures. Oh! I learned from a battle and got the Defender Commander trait. Alright. Where's my child? Child. No, I don't want to influence your personality. I don't care right now. I want to... Oh, he also... Because he's on the same trip, he also got the Defender Commander trait. Oh, never mind then. Grotesque creatures. I've rarely seen my personal physician, Tamatada, this excited before. His eyes seem to be devouring a richly adorned book. Sometimes I manage to take a peek of the maps on its interior. One morning, he finally approaches me about his findings. Your Excellency, there are rumors that the land of Gongju is home to extraordinary people. It is said that sciapods, dwarf-like creatures with a single large foot, wander these cities. Oh. Okay, well we can look for them. Lowers our travel safety, increase our travel speed. Or I can gain 2 learning for 5 years. I think I'd rather gain the learning right now. Yeah, I think that we need the travel safety, so we'll do that. Okay, and we're off. Okay. Imperial family branched into Ninmyo, which I think is a new one. Okay. And they joined our block. It is known that the people of Gyeseong seem to profess a special devotion towards their champions and their legends. Your Excellency, the champion says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I come to meet at this crossroad. I'm in search of a marvelous fountain, which water is said to cure all illnesses. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Maybe my least favorite quest line, because every option just leaves you unsatisfied. Like, you can get a really bad trinket out of this and all sorts of things. But the reason why I decided to do this is because Sadistic allows you to completely skip it and just get 50 gold, which is actually quite a nice outcome for us. Okay, I have enough to look at this person now. Send gift. So you see, we gain 56 opinion. If we gain 102 opinion with somebody, like, even if they hate you at negative 100, you still get them into the positives. That's why I think thoughtful is so good, right? Like, especially if you're trying to vassalize someone or multiple groups of someone, just sending them a pile of money is a great way to get them to say yes, if they're on the edge. So, yeah, useful. Not that useful for us at this second, because I don't have a huge pile of money, but anyway. I mean, I literally just got another 125 gold as I was saying that, but anyway. Let's do the event, then I'll do money. Okay, this person's doing a fighting contest. We would lose, so I'm not going to do that. Right, let's spend some of our money. Let's build hospices, and I have, I'm going to get that in 14 months. I have a little left over, so let's upgrade our rice plot. Cool. Right, and we're off. The Witch of Sakju. Sakju is a strange, or is a land of strange and obscure custom to me. The practices of the Mu faith are strange and unimaginably different than Shinto, and nowhere is that more apparent than their attitude towards the practice of magic. Right in the middle of the town, there is a woman chanting incantations and offering blessings as if she were a priest. It is strange to me, but the people appear positively jubilant to be in her presence. They must be made to understand that witchcraft is a sin. That's a very, very small chance that she'll convert. And actually what makes it less interesting is that she would join our court. I think it would be more interesting if she converted and then just stayed here. Then you could have a chance of spreading your religion over there. Her being shrewd, though, is interesting in terms of it being an educator. But I think we have people who are quick anyway, so it's not... Like, shrewd and quick are equally as good for that. I can kill her and lose stress. Yeah, okay. I killed her. That worked. Right, we have rampant bandits at home. That's a problem that we're not going to deal with because it's really far away. My sister can marry. Okay. You can marry this person. I was just curious there. Oh, he's one of the branches from the Imperial family. Oh, okay. So he would be the son of the previous emperor. Okay, interesting. And then you're of Fujiwara, which were the previous regents, but now not the regents. Now it's Dynasty Sugawara is the regents. Okay, interesting. What's the best alliance you can get me? The Kuni of Inaba. Okay. Yeah. the other option is that we marry her matrilineally in order to get people into our court, or we marry her into somebody in our block to raise block cohesion. Let's just marry her into somebody in our block. How about, well, I already have an alliance with you, right? Nope. Okay. Let's arrange a marriage between my sister and, is that one of your, well, it's different house. Kind of looking for house, yeah, Sugawara. So is that your son? This will not result in an alliance. That must be grandson then. Yeah. Yes, okay, grandson. You know what? Marry into his house. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, we'll send that one through. Right, let's go. Caught outside. Do we want the 20% chance of ill? I will take the 20% chance of ill for all of our courtiers. I think that's fine. We have 2 more children of my dynasty. So these are my half-brother's children. So my niece and my nephew. Okay. I'm not really worried about what they're called. So I'm not going to put any effort into them whatsoever. Right. Stewardship perk. Golden obligations is an obvious one for us, I gotta say. Cutting cornerstones is also pretty good. Like, golden obligations gets you piles of money. This saves you piles of money. Let's grab golden obligations. Yeah, for now. Okay, and I can now demand 50 gold from you. Wonderful. Seems good. Neighboring ruler lost war. That's actually relevant. Assuming that it's like... Okay, so they were trying... Okay, so it's not that relevant. They, I think, were trying to... So you were doing the Iwami conquest of Aki. Okay. Hindered from declaring war. Truce was signed after that, which was won by you. Oh, I see. This person... Oh, you are the Soryo vassal. I was thinking you must have been... You're both Soryo vassals. Okay, that's the bit I was missing. I was looking at these two going... Okay, you're Soryo, you must be Ritsuro, but no, you're both that. Okay, so you conquered some land. Although from where, I don't know, because you don't have any other land, as far as I can tell. Wait, do you have another... No. Well, no, you have two... Yeah, so this is your family title, and then you conquered this. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what... Yeah, I'm not sure where the... I'm trying to think of the right way of describing it. Like, I'm not sure where these guys like started the war, because they're now independent, but they only hold a single land. But apparently, it was a conquest war, which doesn't make a ton of sense that they hold a single piece of land after a conquest war, because you'd assume that they'd hold 2 pieces of land, right? But anyway, I don't know. I guess they won and they took that land, so well done them. But yeah, I'm not sure what the CB was for that one. But it's not that relevant to us. It would make more sense if this guy had won the... sorry, if... Oh, I thought you were the same... Yeah, wait, are you the same person? Oh, you're the same person. You just took your like your army war stuff off. It would make more sense if he'd won the war, because if he'd won the war, he now holds 2 pieces of land. But it was a war for Aki, which quite clearly this guy holds, so... I don't know. And I think it did say that... Well, unless he declared the war, the Iwami conquest? He declared the war. I think I got confused. He declared the war and then these guys kept it. Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I had them reversed. Anyway, ignore me. I'm just talking nonsense, apparently. Traveling troop. Entering the barony of Zhuzhou, we're welcomed by a troupe of entertainers. There are puppet shows, dancing, and song. My son, Kunamoto, seems to enjoy the music and is delightedly enthralled by one jester in particular. The man is an extraordinary performer, juggling several instruments in between playing them. So perhaps I should spend some quality time with my son, and he'll become my friend, or a well-deserved break for us all. You know, I'll take the stress and become friends with my son. That seems reasonable. Okay. Carrying on. Yali the Wolf Boy. Aha! As we travel through the wild lands of Liling Tai, I find myself with the distinct feeling of being watched. Hiding, though poorly, I see a frail, dirty boy watching our entourage. A member of our caravan informs me that locals say that these lands are haunted by someone they call Yali, who is said to have been raised far away from human society by a wolf. Apparently the poor creature has taken a fascination with us and has even started to speak some basic Japonic, though not to any meaningful proficiency. So I can chase him back to his wolf friends, ignore him, or he can join us and become my ward, and I can teach him. I will train the stupid boy. He is stupid and strong. I will train him. The son of wolves. Let's start by, I don't know, maybe make him sadistic. Let's do that. It was a success. Wonderful. I'm not sure that we're the best person to, like, educate young children. But anyway, he is now deceitful, lazy, and sadistic. And we can get him the defender trait as well. Which he now has. Wonderful. Okay. Continuing our travels. We got a learning perk. Okay. I guess I should grab pedagogy. Your wards can gain additional skills, given that I have 2 wards. That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's do that. Visited a few more places and got a wandering lifestyle perk. Sentry of the Silent Dunes. In the silence of Yinjiao, where the hot winds sculpt the lands, a solitary watchtower stands vigilant. Its keeper, an austere sentry, greets us warmly. Esteemed guests, is there anything I can do for you? Perhaps you would like to join me to gaze upon the calm of the dry lands. Okay. I can get watchtower guidance for 10% travel speed. Or I can recruit him for 35, and that gets me 20% speed and safety. Okay. Okay, and he'll join my court afterwards as well. He's not that good, but he's very good at giving us 20% speed and safety. Yeah, you know what? You can join us. And we can get charts and itineraries. Same realm scheme of secrecy plus 35%, and unlocks the create travel itinerary decision, which allows us to create a journal. Which will be good, because we've just been on a travel when we get back, and we'll be able to journal that. Right. Wait a second. Increases your maximum domain limit by 2? That's absurdly good for our culture. Like, compared to divided attention, that only raises it by 1. And it's at the same level, right? This is the same level of perk. Raises it by 2, and gives you another bonus, and gives you another bonus. It's like, that's really, really, really good. Anyway, I mean, the argument is the rest of this one is also, like, probably better than this, but anyway. Yeah, this individual perk, though, very good. Yeah, because that'll mean that we'll be able to hold 4 holdings, which is more than we have. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. But anyway. Also, I have money, so I should probably upgrade one of these. The other thing that we could do is we could try switching to prosperity. I don't have enough prestige to do it, but I was thinking prosperity, move it to level 2, get a family brewery. It's something to consider at some point doing. Just so that we have it. Because we can't upgrade this aspiration at all. Because we're in the wrong block. I guess we could change block, but yeah. We should try and get the unique buildings. What else have I got here? Anything that I actually want? Learning per level of fame. Oh, I can't make any of these. I can make the horse paddock, the tea ceremony, tea plot. Okay. Or a travel speed thing. Weirdly, the travel speed thing, I believe, would immediately apply, despite us not having gone back home. Okay. You know what? I'm actually fine just saving our money. We're going to have a new city in 5 months. We'll spend the money on the city. Cool. Let's... Oh, also I wanted to check this. Oh, we're about to hit the second level of Wanderer, which gives us all of these bonuses, plus all of these bonuses. So we'll get travel speed, we'll get lifestyle experience, we'll get health boost, learning, diplomacy. It'll be very good. So, let's go. I think my son knows Chinese now. I thought that was what it said, but yeah, it doesn't show him with any extra things. Somebody in our entourage learned Chinese. Might be my other son. Yes, my other son learned Chinese. Okay, cool. Right. And now we're almost there. Arrived at our destination. But let's just see. So yeah, now we're here. So we get even more travel speed, and we get even more lifestyle experience. It's very good. Right. I have a new son called Korinobu. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Korinobu we should just do that with as well. The market of Jingzhou. Walking among the bustling market stalls of Jingzhou, my guide mentions hearing scraps of conversation. Waterworks is repeated again and again. The town is abuzz with it, but their voices lower when they see strangers like me pass by. I spot a cluster of traders huddled under one stall who seem less wary than others hereabouts, and keep talking even as my guide and I approach. Is this my chance to learn? And say, what is this strange waterworks? I must know. Or, Jingzhao's trinkets are worth more than these vague whispers. Ooh, 10% chance of a random famed artifact. But, let's take it. Are we gonna get the innovation? Silk Road Innovations Insights. You have absorbed fresh ideas from the east by visiting the famed market of Jingzhou. Is now become available to the Yamato culture. So I'm assuming what that means is it's like physically available on the list. Yes. Although it's going to take a while for us to actually get it. Just like, you know, a couple hundred years. Now that's not realistically a couple hundred years. What this means is that it's going to be like a while until maybe we move to the next era or whatever, or unless we make it our fascination. But maybe that's why it's not available here. But the way I would prefer the UI to work is I would prefer it to show something like this, right? With a thing saying Silk Road, like, you know, whatever needed before you can unlock it, right? I think that would be more obvious from a UI standpoint than the way that we did this. But anyway, doesn't matter. They won't change it, I would suspect. So anyway. Tip the host. We spent some time with this guy and he'd like us to tip him. I can give him a hook on me, as in this guy a hook on me, or I can say, how dare you? I gain some stress and I imprison this guy. I don't really want to imprison him. I don't really want this guy to have a hook on me. I don't really want to pay him money. I could get him to pay me though. Yeah, pay me. Okay. Got some more stuff there, and I finished my village center, which gets me some more governor trait experience, which I'm about to reach level 2 on because we're about to finish another building, which would be great. And we have our city holding. Okay, which we are now going to upgrade. Can I upgrade it like here? No, because we don't have manneralism. Okay, in which case we're just going to buy a building. We get more hospices, which will give us more plague resistance, which is quite nice. Anything else in here? Could go for hunt activities, although I don't know if I need to, because hunts are held in a holding. So that means, because this is a separate holding, it doesn't matter whether we have anti-hunt stuff in this one. It won't affect if we do a hunt in our capital. So, let's see. What else have we got here? Stables, warrior lodges, other stuff. Guilds? Guilds is nice. Guilds and Tradeport actually might be our 2. They're pretty much identical and they give you good stuff. They give you tax and development growth. Let's go with guilds. I believe that Tradeports are exclusive to places that are on the coast, while guilds are exclusive to cities. That's why you've got 2 things that are very similar. right? Because guilds will give you bonuses within cities, and then trade ports give you bonuses within coastal towns. In fact, they might be identical. But you could have a trade port in, say, a castle, or you could have a guild in a city that isn't coastal. So the idea is that cities in general will have access to all the development stuff. So, there you go. Right. Oh yeah, how are we doing on the Mystic trait as well? Hey, a level of Splendor went up while we were doing this. That's nice. We're now Obscure, which means that children are born with the smallest amount of prestige possible. And we get some extra long-range bonuses. Right. Where's our Wise Man trait? So we're at level 1 and we're flying our way towards level 2. And we're probably going to finish Veteran Traveler when we get back as well, which will be lovely. Cool. That's finished. That gets me an extra 4 trait experience, which now means that we are level 2 in our Governor trait. Nice. Let's continue upgrading it, shall we? Or upgrading things here. We're now earning 10 a month, by the way. Do I need anything else here? Don't care about cultural fascination progress, because that doesn't apply to us currently. That, I think, is only talking about the person who's cultural head. I don't believe anyone else gets any benefit from this. I might be wrong, but from what I've seen, I don't think anyone gets any benefit from it. So we're probably best off working our way down here, unless we think we're going to get a lot further down this path. Like to learn on the job or something. I think Plague Resistance is probably good. I like Plague Resistance. It's very useful for, you know, not catching the plague. Right. Or for not having it come to your holding, I guess. It doesn't stop you catching it, it just stops it coming to your holding. Anyway, although that particular trait does. That particular trait does reduce the chance that you get it all over the place. But anyway, doesn't matter. A Han Medicant. We've heard that Zheng Chuao is a land lousy with holy men traveling in impoverished conditions, living often on faith alone. One such mendicant has approached our caravan, speaking of his interpretation of Buddha's will and how to lead a pious existence. The impoverished creature seems loath to part with our party. Perhaps I can get rid of him. Heretic burning, debate him, convert, or they'll leave. Heretic burning, I guess? Yeah. Good little heretic burning on our way through here. We got the buff, which means that we get a medium health boost because we have a dog. Which we definitely did not steal. Yali, a breakthrough. Though nobody even or ever dared to dream it, it appears there's been a breakthrough in Yali's development. Once a simple child, cradled by none but feral beasts, the boy is at last showing progress. Yali speaks in complete sentences and plays with other children his age as if he'd always been one of them. Today, after our usual lessons, he even asked me to be his father. Do we want this random child to be our or to be our son? Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it. I know that we would gain stress because we're sadistic, but now we have a son of wolves who has maybe some of the worst stat line I've ever, or he maybe has the worst stat line I've ever seen. Also, first son, he's 15. He has 3 personality traits. We should try and influence him for a 4th, because 4 personality traits is almost always good. The only problem is that patient is not very good for... Actually, forgiving is not very good for intrigue, but patient is absolutely fine. Now, he does have a huge negative due to already having 3, but we might as well roll the dice, right? See what we can do. Can I do anything with Yali? He also has 3. No, I can't do anything for another 2 years. Okay. Cool. Bovine Bounty. This is one that you get all the time. Do we want development growth in our capital? I think so, right? Yeah, I think we want development growth and reduce building costs, obviously. It was a failure! No! Okay, well, there you go. It was only a 30% chance. Our car is stuck. Well, alright, well, we're going to be late. That's fine. Not really in a rush to get anywhere. My alliance expired with somebody because my brother-in-law died. succumb to a fatal apoplexy. Okay, cool. Wait a second, that means that my nephew, right? Yeah, that means my nephew is now in charge of their family. Interesting. Is that even right? Wait, that's my sister-in-law. That's my brother-in-law. Nope. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. This is an oddity. So you are married to my wife. Sorry. You are the brother to my wife, and this is the person you've married, which is not my sister-in-law. This is unrelated to me. Right. Okay. Never mind. So actually, someone completely unrelated to me is in charge of a family I don't care anything about. Alright, well that's good that we know that now. Right. I love that you get 2 experience no matter, like 1 or 2 experience no matter how far you go. We went so far and we get like a tiny, tiny little bit of experience. Okay. We travel back. I also saw the step, but apparently that doesn't matter. Maybe you have to actually go to the step as in for a reason, but I don't think we have a reason, so there you go. We'll hold a mystical communion, and we'll deal with these rampant bandits. I read the reports again. Bandits, to whom my law-abiding taxpayers are but fat sheep for the shearing. And indeed, the rough outlaws have put my people to the blade, villages terrorized, caravans lost. A particularly nasty group of cutthroats have established a firm foothold in the mountains near Nita. Until they are flushed out, the region will remain uncontrollable. Alright, let's gather some soldiers and let's deal with it. Okay. I am technically traveling because I'm traveling next door, but anyway. The denizens of Nita gladly lead us right to the mouth of the bear's den. The encampment of outlaws lies just beyond, obscured by brush and broken terrain. From what I hear, I judge these foes to be nomadic warriors, tough folk living on the fringes of settled society, so flush on the wealth of my land that they've turned their raiding foray into an extended stay. The foe is not yet alerted to my posse's presence. We have an opportunity to strike whoever I see fit. Intrigue? Lure them into a trap? It could save us a lot of trouble. Mystical communion had something go wrong and I became ill? Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, not good. Rampant bandits. Mine is most cunning trap. A half-naked young soldier with a stolen dinner in hand races back towards us. The outlaws, the half-wits, chase right after. We leap from hiding, howling. The terrified foe recognize their mistake and we fall upon them. Moments from death, the nomads surrender to my troops. This group of criminals is rendered harmless, helpless. They're at my mercy. So I can get a conscripted workforce, which lowers building construction time and cost even further and gives me development growth. We get mercenary troops. They can pay a fine or hang them. Well, I'll definitely get the conscripted workforce. Yep. You see that them jump 10% there. Fantastic. Okay. And Kunamoto, my son, has come of age. Always a clever child, Kunamoto proved time and again over the course of his studies that he had a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. Okay, so you got intricate web weaver and defender. Alright. It's fine. Yeah. He could have got better stuff, but it's fine. Also, I realized that we would have never put Yali on the list because, well, you know, we didn't get him until he was 11. Right. So let's go just a couple of days. Just wait. Yeah, I was waiting for his other trait to disappear. So there we go. There is our son, Prince of Fashion. I don't know if he's going to be our heir, but he's definitely not a terrible heir. He's already got Wanderer level 1, which is pretty good. He's beautiful. Defender trait, intricate web weaver. I mean, he's got things going for him. As long as you don't care about the stewardship stat, he's got things going for him. So, yeah, we can maybe do something with that. We do have other options. I mean, our second son's about to finish a learning education. Third son is currently doing a stewardship education underneath us, apparently. Okay, I mean, it's going to be terrible, but anyway. And then where's the next one? This son here. I mean, we could educate him, but he's doing a diplomacy education. We should just find him someone to educate him. How about whoever's educating this son? Yeah. Hey, you got room for like one more? Where are we? My 8-year-old son. Yep, this guy. Yep, perfect. I will send you over. Right. Cool. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.